Hi pumpkins. So my advice column of the day is about having an older boyfriend. I'm sorry, my ears are huge and I hate them. Because I pretty much hate everyone at my grade level or age group, I tend to go for older guys and older girls. Now, I realize that most people cannot relate to the older girls thing, so I'm not gonna go into that. I'm just going to stick with boyfriends because I've never actually had an older girlfriend. I've just liked older girls, so that's like a totally different topic. I'm talking about having older boyfriends for girls, or guys, I guess it could work. I personally am 15. I date people in the 17 to 19, or I like people in the 17 and 19 age range. I have found that dating people my own age gives me a headache because they're stupid, immature, and annoying. But then dating people that are older also has its cons. But first I'm going to talk about the pros. The pros are, if they're over 18, or no, over 16, sorry, I don't know what just happened. They probably have a car, and that means that they can take you places, which is pretty cool. Having a boyfriend with a license is pretty awesome. They're allowed to do more things than you, which means they could probably get you into things. You can go see R-rated movies! Not that I really care. I've never seen an R-rated movie in my life, at, like, the movie theater. They're usually more mature and more, wise, I guess I should say, to the way that things work. They're not so naive. They're also usually out of the more, like, oh my god, girls, boobs, phase. So they're less likely to just want to have sex with you. I said less likely, it does not mean that, like, that's not what they want. Because odds are it's probably what they want, but it's, you know, it's better than the 15-year-olds that are like, boobs. They literally like anything with legs and boobs. Anyways, other pros. I don't really have any other pros. Cons are, they can get you in trouble with your guardians. My parents don't like when I date older guys, so the problem. They can do things that you can't, kind of gets you in trouble sometimes because you can't do them. Another one is that I personally kind of forget my own age when I'm around, like, older people, and their friends. And I don't really think about what I'm doing, and then I realize that what I'm doing probably isn't appropriate for a 15-year-old to be doing. So the whole, like, it's almost like peer pressure, but, like, subconsciously. Another thing is, they are into things that you probably aren't. And they do things that you probably don't do. Personal example, I don't party. Now, this is mostly due to my antisocial, I don't want to be around people thing, but I don't party mostly because I don't have friends that party. I'm not around that kind of environment because I'm younger, and the biggest parties we have to keep secret, and then I don't want to do them because then I get scared that I'm going to get caught. But when you're 18 and 19, you can do these kind of things. And, like, I'll be texting my boyfriend, and he, theoretically, and he could be like, I'm at a party, and I'm like, that's cool, I've been on Tumblr for 9 hours straight, and I haven't got up out of my pajamas today, and I'm not wearing pants. So, I mean, I could, like, be texting him at 4 o'clock in the morning, he'd be like, yo, I'm so drunk, and I'm just like, that's cool. I just finished the entire Hunger Games series. That's cool. You have fun with your social life. I'm gonna go back over here. another thing that could go wrong is if you're dating someone over 18, they're likely that they're going to move out of their house and they're going to graduate, and you're going to be stuck in high school, being an underclassman still, and they're going to be in college and they're going to be moving out of their house and living on their own. This arises quite a few problems in a relationship, being distance, because they're moving away, distance like time you can spend with them because you're in school, they're not, they probably have a job and you don't, so like you have to like correlate schedules, and trying to see them is like a pain in the butt, so that can cause stress in the relationship. Not to mention, with all of that newfound freedom that they're getting from going to college and living on their own, it's very likely that they're going to go through a phase of every night drinking and like binge drinking and doing things that aren't okay, and sometimes that can lead to things like cheating and lying and unhealthy things about a relationship. It can also lead to the maturity gap between you and him, and he could either start to see you as immature, or you can start to see him as almost like big brother, not okay territory. And he can almost see you as a child, so that would obviously be bad for the relationship. And once they move out of your school area, you're most likely going to break up. So my advice would be, I'm not going to take my own advice, of course, because I'm stupid, but my advice would be stick with your own age group as closely as you can. 2 years older is probably about my limit on what I would deem smart. Though that is not my limit on who I date, it is my limit on who I would like to be in a long-term relationship with. If you're over 2 years, you're probably not going to be a long-term relationship. You're probably going to just be like a thing for a while. And be careful who you date, because some people, after they get out of high school, are mature and good and sweet, and then other people, like, they're like, and they just crash because they drink and, like, just do everything wrong right after they get out of high school because of all that new freedom that they have. So you don't want to be around to pick up those pieces, and you don't want to be around when they fall because it's not fun. So that's my advice on dating older guys, and I'm not saying that you can't, because obviously I have no jurisdiction over your life and you should do what makes you happy, but I'm just saying, out of personal experiences and experiences that I've seen throughout my life, staying within 2 years of your age group is probably the best, in your best interest, if possible. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you later. Love you, lovelies. Bye bye.